better time of year. In the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. The Pelicans hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. Markkanen with the block. Fast break, here we go. And stolen by Leonard. Here's Jones. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding him.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market. I love it when Markkanen decides to throw it down. Show some fire on that finish.
Young's shot is good.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
On the wing, Markkanen. Young with the ball. Defended now by Wagner. Young, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Wagner outside. Buries it down low.
That's about simply playing hard. Wagner doing what it takes to find a shot in the interior.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, here's what the Pelicans head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 5.
Nice and composed on that 3 there. Trae giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
Mitchell outside. Vucevic down low. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Shot's good by Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell will answer with his own 3. This guy has got a ton of pride and competitiveness.
When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
And Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways.
And here is Mitchell. After Chris Dunn made that last 3-pointer. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made free on one end, he comes right back for his own team. Love it.
Screen by Zubac. Young from outside, and it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the inside. 1:27 left to play in the first. Here's Vucevic, and he banks in the layup.
This guy is a strong rebounder who uses his frame well. Vucevic has a knack for being in the right spot.
Here's Young. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Back to Clarkson. Here's Robinson Earl. Clock at 4. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Here's Simmons. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Pelicans with possession here. Pass to Robinson Earl. Back to Clarkson. Plenty of space. Eubanks grabs the miss.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Outside, Batum. Shoots over Wagner.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And so the first quarter comes to a... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here. He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Back to Dunn. Lets it go with a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Dunn's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And the Pelicans making a change. The Pelicans trailed by 3. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to Vucevic. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, Vucevic at his best. A reliable interior scorer. Great size, great touch.
Screen by Zubac. Got that one up quick. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Nash up on top. He has yet to score. Jacks up a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard reminding folks he's still got a vertical. Look out.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
And the Pelicans with possession here. After the miss from Trae Young. Nash outside. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 3-point game. And here's Young from the arc. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Nash with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Donovan Mitchell, just such a relentless scorer, and that high energy he brings is always a huge catalyst for whatever team he plays for.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Here's Wagner after the made shot from Norman Powell. To the paint. It's tipped. Pass to Markkanen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The 7th pick in 2017, Lauri Markkanen. Almost a throw-in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's incredible to think of now in the context of this guy becoming an all-star in his own right, Kevin. I mean, Markkanen is a 7-footer who's got efficient offensive numbers, like 50, 40, 90 type numbers. He is an uncommon talent.
Powell, no one around him. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. And Markkanen throws it down.
Know this about Franz Wagner. This guy very capable as a passer.
Now here's Powell. It's up a 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting. Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Pass to Wagner. Here's Vucevic. Off target from outside. Right side, Simmons. Now White. Back to Simmons. Over Nash. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Clippers lead by 5. And we'll be back right after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And he gets the bucket. Nash has got the first bucket of the third here for the Pelicans.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here is Nash. Following the basket by Trae Young. Outside, Markkanen. And Jones sends it back. Young outside. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Stolen by Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac's positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Pelicans trailed by 10. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
It's Young on the wing. Back to Dunn. Screen by Jones. Fires from deep. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
To halt the run. And good that time. Markkanen's got 11.
Get the ball and go to work. Markkanen using his size to great effect inside.
Young's shot is good.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Inside, Vucevic.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Here's Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
And Vucevic throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And the layup is good. Simmons got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
That's a big-time finish by Ben Simmons. With that frame, sometimes he makes that look easy.
Pass to Wagner. Nash outside. Pulls from the top of the key. Simmons with the defensive effort. Clippers leading by 11. And it's blocked. Mitchell wide open. Offline with his three. It's White on the wing. Still scoreless. And the first shot of the night for him missing.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Down low. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's White. The shot's good. And the Clippers lead by 11. And so here is New Orleans. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Mitchell's got 10.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And that one, good. 19 seconds left to play in the third. Wagner on the wing. No good on the three. Pass to Powell. And stolen by Wagner. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Los Angeles. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers leading by 11. Launches a three. Trains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
To the paint. Thompson in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Mitchell. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Boy, right from the opening tip, guys, Mitchell was focused and locked in, and he is doing damage offensively.
And here's Leonard. Screen by Zubac. Young for 3. That one doesn't go. Pelicans trailed by 11. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Lets the 3 fly. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
See, this is something that I think Donovan Mitchell needs to keep working on. To me, his responsibility is to get his teammates going as much as himself.
Done. Young, no good. Here's New Orleans. Thompson outside. Pass to Robinson Earl. To the inside. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Mitchell with it. From past the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Outside, Jones. Here's Young. And he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Carving through the defense with ease. I love watching Young slam on the Jets, hit knife inside.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to the Pelicans coach talk to his team. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thank you, David. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Here's Dunn. Pass to Young. Back to Dunn. The 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And the Clippers lead by 11.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Zubac trying to break loose. A nice shot by Young. Young's got 31.
And this guy can light up the night with his scoring. Hard for the defense to contain Young.
Markkanen, good.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
To the middle. Leonard with the steal. Stolen by Markkanen. Back to Nash. And it's Markkanen, top of the key. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Good on the triple.
Vucevic so confident in himself, and his teammates come along with him.
Young outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Young's got 34.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Young, no good. Not sure the miracle, Greg, is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Wagner missing. Young outside. So the Clippers with the win. A solid win on the road for them.
You not as a cop. I'm trying to get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room.